Hello everyone, this is Danny Franch again at the East Carolina University Writing Center. Today I'm going to talk about general formatting, again just briefly touch on some specific details about how to design headers and also quote integration and citation. So, when writing your paragraphs, there are many formatting issues you also need to take into consideration before turning it in. Your paper would typically be in Times New Roman 12-point font, as I mentioned earlier. The main text of your paper has a first line indent of 0.5 inches or 5 spaces, which you can do either by tabbing the first line over by pressing the tab key, or by highlighting the text and going into the paragraph settings and changing them to first line indentation. Microsoft Word also has the default setting of adding space between paragraphs. You can correct this easily by going into the paragraph settings and removing the space after the paragraph to 0 points. Headers can also be another tricky formatting issue on MLA papers. In the header, you double-click on the header, then align your text to the right by either clicking the Align Text Right button on the paragraph section of the Home tab, or by double-clicking on the right side of the paper. Type your last name and then insert the page number by finding the Insert tab, then clicking on Page Number button, scrolling over Current Position, then clicking on Insert a Plain Number. Thankfully, quotes do not need formatting in Microsoft Word, but properly citing quotes and using in-text citations can be tricky. It is helpful to introduce your quotes and then explain how the quotes relates to your topic this quote is trying to support in your paper. For in-text citations, there are many variations depending on the number of authors, no authors, page numbers, no page numbers, corporate authors, and if you only have a title with no author. Though we cannot cover every example, the following is a few examples for the basic format on how you can introduce quotes and paraphrases. For paraphrases not separated by quotation marks, it is harder to separate your ideas from their ideas due to it all being in your own words. Thus, it is important to make sure to introduce the part you are quoting and end it with an in-text citation so the reader knows your ideas versus the person you are quoting. You can introduce a quote by stating that in the book How to Write Bibliographies, the author suggests that he knows everything about writing bibliographies, and then you cite it afterward, such as a last name. If you have a document or article that does not have an author, then basically your in-text citations will be listed by the first thing on the list on your works cited page, such as the following: authorless paper on a random objects in space, page 6. Both a last name and authorless paper can be found easily on your works cited page by your reader if they wish further information from the person you quoted. This concludes this video.